Hey guys, this is Big Mick with Therapy Dudes, and today we're going to recap week 1 of the 60-day Dad Bod to Hot Rod transformation. So let's get into it. So now we're watching week 1, day 1, and I do want to point out in this first clip, I said that we were going to use a lot of body weight stuff. Let's X that comment. We do use a lot of weights, a lot of machines, stuff like that during our workout. So you will have to have some gym equipment. If you do not have a gym membership, that is okay. Put something in the comments. We'll try to get back with you with ways to adapt the exercise to fit your needs at home or wherever you choose to work out, okay? So let's just go ahead and get that out there. All right, so this first circuit, what we're doing, we've got 30-second exercises. We've got the push-ups, ball slams, and then you throw all of that movement into a burpee. So you're doing legs, you're doing arms, chest, you're getting all that thrown in while you're doing this circuit, okay? So we're gonna speed along here. That was a really good burner. Both of us were completely gassed after the first few rounds of that. So let's move on. We've got step ups, so we're still maintaining some engagement of the legs. And we've got the battle ropes for a good cardio burner with the arms. And then we're hitting the triceps with the dips. And look, you can listen to some of the stuff that we talk about. It's got good information. We like to joke around a lot, so make sure you do that. Okay, we have sky jumps, farmer's carries, and hangs. So we've got a lot of forearms, and still we are going to hit those legs. That way we get in a lot of cardio and leg work. So downstairs where we work out, there is turf with the sled. We absolutely love the sled. So this was a minute or a minute and a half of just non-stop pushing down and back. I believe we had 90 pounds on the sled. So it was a good way to get the heart rate up. If you kind of notice a trend with some of the 3-day a week, the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday workouts, it was a lot of leg movements, a lot of quick movements to really get the heart rate up. That way we're working on our cardiovascular fitness. Let's go ahead and move on to day 2. Okay, so now we're on to day 2. We're really sore from the day before, but that's all right. Today we are going to focus on chest, triceps, and shoulders. Okay, so we're going to use a lot of dumbbells, the easy bar. We really want to isolate those muscle groups and try to get as much blood into the muscle as we can during these workouts. That's why we focused on 3 targets as far as the chest, the triceps, the shoulders, because they all pretty much engage in the same movements. Okay. Yeah, Brent did a little Houdini. I don't know, he just like disappeared. I don't know if that's an albino thing or what, but yeah, he disappeared. So we've got cables. We've got the lateral raises to hit that middle delt, and then we had the just regular dumbbell chest press to hit the pec. If we move on, we've got the chest flies. Now in this one, I don't believe we did an afternoon workout, but that's all right. We were pretty gassed. I'm sure we came back and did something. I just can't remember. We didn't film it. All right, so we did have an instance in this video, and it's something that I talked about in the video. While we were working out, we were using a piece of equipment, and if you notice, we bounce around in the gym, so we use a lot of pieces of equipment at the same time because we're trying to superset all of these things. So we had a bench, we were using the cables for the triceps, and we were also using another machine to do rear delts. But while Brent is doing the cables and while I was doing one of the other exercises on the bench, an individual ended up grabbing and using the machine that we were doing rear delts on. And that's okay. Like, we don't own this equipment. It is free for them to use. Okay? This guy probably didn't know that we were using it, and that's okay. Maybe he had to work in a set. And that happens sometimes. Let people work in a set. If you're not on a piece of equipment, that's okay. But what I also want to say is you have an opportunity to adapt your exercise. And that is what we did for the rest of the workout. He took that piece of equipment, so we had to figure out another way to hit the rear delts, and we were already on a piece of equipment that we could use to hit the rear delts, just in a different way. So don't get frustrated when something that you're using, don't let that take over and ruin a relationship with somebody else in the gym, because they're also working on their physical fitness, their health, all of that good stuff. And that is something that we are never going to get on to someone for, okay? All right, day 2 is over. Let's move on to day 3. For day 3, we have these squat, ball toss over the shoulders. I think that was like a 20-pound medicine ball. And then we're also doing the 90-pound sled pull, so we're getting a lot of quad activation. If we can sit down a little further in that, we would get more glutes, but that's okay. And then we have these elevated reverse lunges. So we're standing on like 1 or 2 plates, and we're going down and up. If you ever do these, they can be intense. If you add a kettlebell to it and you swing the kettlebell over, it's going to add a lot more intensity to it. But it's also a really good heart rate one that's working on legs. If you notice, this is a lot of leg moving going on right here. Now we're going to throw in some chest and shoulders, since we just hit that yesterday, but they're going to be a little bit more functional movements. Okay, so we've got the bear crawl. We're just throwing in legs and shoulders. We've got these broad jumps, so we're getting, again, legs, and we've also got the chest press. Now this was, I believe, a 25-pound plate that we're using for the chest press. You're getting chest and shoulders with this one. So we wanted to go ahead and work out some of the soreness that we had from the day before, doing all the isolated movements, but a few more functional movements. Then we finished up with some sled pushes. You're getting a lot of core involved with the legs. So I swear by sled work. Sled work, you're going to engage everything. Whether you push it, pull it, drag it alongside you, you are going to get a full body workout. Day 4 was a lot of back, traps, and buys. So we want to hit the lats, we want to hit the biceps, and we want to hit the traps. We have these lat pull downs with a bicep grip. If you have your hand underneath like this, gripping the bar, that's going to engage a lot of the biceps along with the lats. We also had the easy bar. We had the trap retractions with dumbbells. Now a lot of this we did lighter weight, and we increased the weight within the coming weeks. So I tell you, we cut up a lot. Okay, now we're hitting traps again with this cool device. I don't know really what it's called, but it's pretty sweet. And we've got these seated rows to hit the lats again, just from a different angle. So we're getting on biceps all the time with pretty much all of these. Maybe not the traps, but especially with the rows. All right, so we'll wrap up this recap of week 1. Okay, so this one was kind of inspired by one of the CrossFit workouts. I can't remember which one, but you do dumbbell snatches with the hopovers. Then we figured, why not be a kid again and do some freaking monkey bars, okay? And I realized as an adult that monkey bars are not for heavy folks, okay? So those were very difficult for me. Brent is like a freaking chimp or something. It's one of those albino genes that just makes him, I don't know, he is able to move really, really well. So we hit with those. We went back to the ball slams, and then we have an iso crunch hold with the 20-pound med ball. Now this was kind of funny. We got in trouble with the ball slams. Evidently we were causing too much ruckus, and it was actually shaking the building when we were doing our slams. They were so hard. So we decided to switch it up, and instead of doing ball slams, we did some squat ball tosses. Now that was it for week 1. Be sure to check out week 2. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.